name's Keri, I'm from Fife. I have Huntington's disease in my family. It's on my mum's side, which means my gran's affected. My mum's started showing symptoms, and it means I have a 50-50 chance of developing Huntington's disease, along with my other 4 siblings who all have an equal 50-50 chance of. When I was 18, I decided, if I go for the test and I find out it's not going to make a difference to what I'm doing now, I'm going to keep going for the job I want, I'm going to keep aiming to find a partner, I'm going to keep doing this and that, so it's not going to make a difference. So I thought when the time's right, the time will feel right, and it was never a light bulb moment like ping, it feels right to go and get tested now. It was, I'm verging on the side of 30, married, house, just something about it felt like I would rather know now than be unsure. It wasn't affecting life choices at that point. It wasn't affecting who I was going to meet. It wasn't affecting what job I was going to, it would in the future, but it wasn't at that point going to affect what job I was having. But now it's starting to affect things like thinking of having children and stuff like that. So the process has been really positive. I met with Pete. He was at the house for an hour or so. He then said that he'd refer me on. The letter would maybe be out in a couple or a few weeks, which gives me time to decide whether I 100% want to go and make that first appointment. He says the number will be there if you want to go ahead and do it. That would be, that's your choice at that point. I made the first appointment and I went along to the hospital to meet with the women, and it was lovely. It was extremely relaxed, really nice. The appointment was maybe about an hour long. Really went and discussed all different things. It was like a nice informal chat rather than a sort of interview kind of appointment kind of feel. My second appointment was then about a month later, and that I took my husband along to that one. That was about half an hour or so in that appointment. I think by that time in her words, she'd realised I was certain that I wanted to go ahead with it. She did still assure me that if I wanted to back out at any time, if I decided I'm not wanting to go ahead with the testing, then I could. At my first appointment, the counsellor gave a very wide picture of all the things that I should think about, such as life insurance, such as family planning, such as the impact that finding out the results is going to have on my family, not just myself, my siblings, my parents, my husband. I think it was very much positive as she went along, but with things put in almost like, not to be the devil's advocate, but just to like really make you think. Like one of the statements that stuck out to me was, once I tell you these results, I can't untell you them. You're going to know them. And say if you were to have a trip in the middle of the street, you could go, oh, that's because of my Huntington's. It could put something into your head that wouldn't be there before. So it was things that I hadn't thought of, but it was good because it gave me a big picture. I went into the process quite certain that I wanted to get tested, and the appointment didn't sway me otherwise. But I feel for somebody that's going in, like, I'm not sure if I want to get tested, I'm not sure if I do, I feel it really really highlights all the things that they should think about. Hence why it was really important that I had a month before the next appointment, because for me, again, as I said, I was quite certain that I wanted to go ahead with the testing, so I just booked the appointment, didn't think about it, then went to the next appointment with my husband. Whereas for somebody who's not sure, who's sort of teetering on the edge, if you're in that middle bit of those appointments and you're thinking, well, I really don't know if I want to find out, then you're probably not ready to find out. It's probably best just to really think, I don't need to right now. So don't rush into the testing. Just because you're able to do something at 18, get tested at 18, doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go ahead and do it. Funnily enough, up until the age of 18, I was like, I'm going to get tested when I turn 18. I can get tested when I turn 18, and I'm sure I'm not the only young person that's thought that way. But the minute you've got that option there, it doesn't seem as appetising to kind of go ahead with it. So just really only do it for yourself. Just you'll know when you're ready to go through the process of getting tested. So me and my sister actually went to get referred together, and she's now decided to hold off a wee bit longer, and a part of me thinks maybe that was probably best, because then when it comes to the results, imagine one of us getting a positive, one of us getting a negative at the exact same time. Like, how do you even feel happy that you've not got Huntington's disease if you find that your closest sibling does? So and then with my youngest sister only turning 12 and my brother only turning 15, they're really young. So what sort of impact is it going to have? As they know I'm going through the testing process, so I am going to have to tell them the results, and I will find if it's a positive result, I will find a gentle way to tell them. But how do I know how that's going to affect them? So there was a lot of things to consider. Personally, I think it's each to their own. The first appointment went so in depth without you realising. She was so warm in her nature when you first went in, and kind of eased you in, that you actually started talking and without even really realising it, and then you started going a bit more in depth with it. I think it's maybe why she got the family tree to start with, so then she could really look into the different bits that she should touch on that were personal to me, like have a thought of how my siblings will react, have a thought about how my mum and dad will react. I said to her I was a close family, so she said, have you thought about how everybody else are? And it's things that some people might not think about going into it, because you do, I mean, it is a bit about you at the end of the day. Some people might get a bit caught up in that, so it does open it up. So my top tips for you going through the testing process is to remember that you can back out at any point, that you're not, just by saying that you want to get tested doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way through that process. To have a support around you, just try and be open, talking to your closest ones about it. Don't keep it all bottled up inside. Take somebody with you to your appointment. It could be handy to take notes, for them to take notes or stuff on your appointment, because to be honest, when you're in there after you leave, it's all just seems a bit of a blur. Only do it for yourself. Don't let other take things into consideration, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. You're the one that's going to find out the results. It will affect other people in your family, but the main person that's going to affect is you. You're the one that's potentially going to have Huntington's at the end of the day, and don't rush in to get it. You know, the time, you'll know when the time's right for you. It's not a clear light bulb moment, but you know yourself when it's right.
SHAYP would like to thank Keri for taking part in this SHAYP Talk. We hope you have found it useful. If you liked her video and want to help other people find it, why not click like, comment below or share it with them.